Let's talk about the mental world and the cybersecurity world. There is a big parallel between cryptography and mental health. Strangely enough, is that as a cryptographer, I've noticed that we go through a set of principles that are really, really mandatory to abide by if we want to have security, if we want to have privacy, if we want to make system resilient, and so on. And I think those principles are from life itself. Principles that are beyond the cyber security world. It's a question of how do we keep secrets? How do we keep information secure, out of reach from other people? How do we communicate in a out of band channel? How do we make sure that the communication is private, or make sure that the communication is public? How do you make sure that we are anonymous? How do we communicate anonymously? How do we sign message? How do we have information that is revocable? How do we make information non-revocable? How do we prove who we are? And so on. So there is a lot of problems and solutions that we have in cryptography that give us some very, very powerful tools to answer all those questions. And those tools are very similar to what we use to maintain our mental well-being or mental fitness. And so there is a strong parallel. And I guess it's like a cryptographer is able to decipher random data and extract information from something that looks totally random. You know, it's decrypting an encrypted file. Or how a cryptographer can protect some information from anyone but intended recipients to decipher. And so there is a parallel because we know how to decipher encrypted data, and a psychologist will know how to decipher an encrypted brain, so to speak. And so if a cryptographer knows how to read random data, a cryptographer might know how to help you with your mental health and decipher your brain. We're good at deciphering. We're good at noticing pattern and detecting mechanism, detecting what algorithm behind, what are the structure of the data underneath, the randomness that it shows from the outside. And so we're pretty much equipped to hack data, but also to hack your brain. And that's why I consecrate some time to develop tools from the cryptographic world. I'm, by the way, a digital locksmith, so I can protect and make locks for your digital world, protect your data, keep it private. And so with those locksmith tools, I can unlock your brain and give you some hack to enter area of your brain to reach some consciousness of the mechanism that your brain have. And it's very helpful to navigate, the life difficulties, the life stresses, and being more aware of what's going on. That means knowing yourself better, being more in control of your life, of your thoughts, being able to totally create in harmony with the environment, with the collective intelligence, co-create who you are. Find your true identity, who you want to show up, how you want to show up in the world. Give you the skills, the habit, the routine, the techniques, the tools to show up as you want and make an impact. And so the question is, a cryptographer with its techniques, deciphering techniques, protection techniques, privacy techniques, will help you navigate your mental health life to have a big impact in the real world. And meanings having a sense of control of who you are, where you want to be, how you want to be, and how do you simply live in that space and time where you are. So to be concrete, what are the parallels between cryptography and mental health? First is the sense of individual being, the identity. Who am I? In cryptography, an identity is an entity that has a capability of keeping a secret. If you see, a machine cannot keep a secret. I mean, there is always a human being can be able to read, to tap into any wires and decipher information, and boom, the secret will be revealed. So in cryptography, we take the principle is that only human being, real people are capable of keeping secrets. And that's how we protect our data, is that keeping a password. And so we have something that we know, and then we are the only one we know it. And so if you define identity as the ability, the life as the ability of keeping a secret, that define your identity. Mental health, then who are you? And you are what you sense from your inside, your authentic self. What is your authentic self? Is your secret purpose, the things that you have yet to disclose. The secret that you hold inside is what defines you. Your original soul creation, intentional purpose. The reason that you came to life, your secret. By learning what is your secret, what is your intention, why you are here, what motivates your why, your true self, in a full authentic way, not how you show up, not your image that you post on Instagram or whatever things, is your internal intention, your purpose. And keeping that secret or deciding to with whom you want to share those is your ability of being alive. And so that's important that you practice mentally who you are, listening to your inner self. This is who I am. This is what I want to. This is how I want to show up. These things resonate with me. These things doesn't resonate with me. You don't even have to tell anyone. You have to share with yourself. And so we provide technology, tools, applications that are fully protected and private in a cryptographic sense. 100% guaranteed, so that you can share a secret with that technology, and you will share with no one else than you. So we keep your secret, but it helps you to formalize it, to know who you are. And that has tremendous benefit on how you control your life, how the level of gratitude and happiness that you will have. Knowing who you are is helping your life. And so use our technology to share your deep thoughts, even the things that you would never tell anyone, because we guarantee that no one will know, not even us can read that. Only you be able to re-listen, revive that type of reflection that you're having, reenact the people, the person you want to be, remind yourself your original intention. So first we give you the tools to find it. And so to find it is, it's not obvious. I mean, it will come over time. But by consciously working on finding your why what are the value that I prioritize? What is my goal? Or what I want to be? What I want to do with my energy? Where do I want to place my energy? Where I feel I'm comfortable to place my energy? Where I feel comfortable to? What is the one action that I will do next without thinking? What is my strong, authentic desire from that present time? And so by learning and observing who you are with a technology that you trust, that will never, ever leak, it's a powerful tool. You can be as intimate as you want, and you can listen to your previous messages without any fear that it can snap back if it's leaked, or it can be ridiculized. No, because you're the only one that has that knowledge. And so we want to bring that knowledge. It's like we want to bring that unconscious knowledge of yourself into your consciousness. And one easy way is doing private, 100% private voice journaling. We can do transcription for you so that it's easier for you to travel back, to search, to bring back to the frontal cortex what you have realized in the past. So basically, it's the tools to help you realize who you are without the burden of having to memorize who you are. It's the quick reminders. This is my intention, and it's kind of, it can be pulled, in a snap of a finger. That's the advantage of those type of tools and technologies, that once you experience an event, when you experience a given awareness, it has an emotional signature within your body. And emotions are the memory of the living. So what we want is create those emotions attached to who you are, so that it's easier for you to bring it back. Initially, we want to use technology, put the memory, put those events into a technological physical memory, so that they can be recalled, and then being able to transfer those memory from the silicon, the phone, to your organic memory, meaning creating emotions associated with it on the life side. So the tool is just a temporary memory of who you are, at least the expression of who you are, so that you fully aware, recording it to register it internally and become who you are. So it's most of the time we have discrepancies between the current state of our life and what we want to be, where we want to be. And so it's like having an identity crisis. Is I am what I am now, with all the stress, with all the anxiety, with all the difficulties, and I want to be someone else, not someone else. I want to be myself, but it's the different one that I'm presently experiencing. And so it's like having two identities that are at a physical distance that we want to close. And we provide the tools to measure that distance. And we will give you hacks, habits forming tools, recommendation to close that gap between the two identities. And one way of closing the gap is using those memory refresher, so that you program your living organism by creating positive emotion that will keep the memory of authentically your authentic self. And by experiencing who you are, you will close the gap, the identity you project, you want to reach, and what you. So that's a quick review about how, when a cryptographer wants to do mental health, how we use a cryptography algorithm to help the brain. So a quick funny parallel, but which has tremendous potentials in healing mental health problem encounter in everyday life.